Oh my goodness, more purple stuff is coming out. This is ridiculous. Look at this nonsense. So the mutant elites are buffing each other up right now. They're using the war cry ability. The close combat specialist is going to proc on the Archon, but he is a slippery man. He's got oil on his chest, and he's going to take a swing at Blackjack Carter and clock him in the head for 4 damage. And we've got the Codex in the back making their way towards the front, but they're not going to do too much. They are going to get a crit on our... One of them gets a crit on the blue bot, which is unfortunate, but his armor is still holding. Man. This is tense, man. This is really tense. Yeah, you know, but yeah, one reason though that I do bring up sort of absurdity and all that stuff is because I do realize that some of the things that I say are completely and utterly foolish. Especially the stuff I say about women sometimes. It's like that's the most offensive that I'll ever get is my conversations about the ladies. It always has the potential to get me in a lot of trouble. Like if I was famous or something, or if I did have millions of subscribers and then somebody digs in and like looks at a video from 10 years ago, and then I'll pop up on the news and it'll be like Rob hates women, and it'll be some dumb shit, all because I've said like silly stuff in the past about you know, ladies and flirting and all that kind of stuff, but it's all in the spirit of being absurd. And is that just my way of justifying the fact that I'm a dick? Maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, that's something you always gotta wonder, you know. Am I just a dick? Right. That's a real question that you have to ask yourself sometimes. That's a check right there on yourself. You got to check yourself. You got to think: do I actually feel this way, or am I a dick? Rapid fire coming out, doing a big burst of 12 damage on the Archon. The second shot, another burst of 10 damage. The Archon has been eliminated. It's a really cool ability. It doesn't have a cooldown, so it is very spammable. You can just, every single turn, just reload, shoot, do whatever you need to do, and you get 2 shots. It's really beautiful. Yeah, you know, that's the question though. Am I just being a dick? You know? And I don't think so. I don't think I'm just being a dick. You know?
Adjusting aim.
I know what I was gonna say. I was trying to formulate my thoughts because I totally lost where I was going with this. As much as I joke around and say, I always kind of put a disclaimer on stuff and you know, say that I have no business talking about certain things. But there's a part of me that does think that the ridiculous stuff that I say makes some sort of sense, and that's something I like. How much sense do you think I'm talking? Like, am I just a crazy guy making XCOM videos on the internet, or could I have been a philosopher in a different life? If I had made some different decisions, could I have been some sort of fucking human psychology guru that's just redefining the way people think about each other and pigeons and all types of stuff? Or am I just a complete maniac that doesn't make any sense? And the worst part about that is, even if you say that I'm a complete maniac, I'm not going to believe you. To a certain degree, I'm going to say, you know what? You're fucking wrong. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. But at this point, I'm starting to regret that I had to spend so many rockets to deal with those 2 mutants. But if we didn't, we would have taken some ridiculously unnecessary casualties. So at the end of the day, the sacrifice of you know, spending all of that munitions early on, it was a justifiable thing. And we've got an 89% chance to hit this Codex because of the superior scope that we have on this shotgun. So that's pretty intense. It's pretty much negating the weapon range. So we're gonna take the shot. It's got an 80% chance to crit. Really?
I got nothing.
Okay. So that just happened. Dude, I don't believe this game sometimes. But I think that's the quality that makes playthroughs fun, isn't it? It's the tinfoil hat mom's basement kind of vibe to it that makes it kind of fun, you know. And I can assure you guys now that even when and or if I do end up becoming more successful than I am now, I can guarantee you that I'm still going to be very tinfoil hat in my ideologies, because you know, throughout the years as I've gotten older, nothing has changed about my personality to a certain degree. Like, of course, I've gotten smarter, I've gotten wiser, and all that stuff, blah blah blah, yada yada. But I've always been a tinfoil hat person. I've always been like conspiracy theorist, trying to debunk the reality, trying to find the ridiculousness in everything, and questioning and looking for holes, and you know, look, all right, at this point I think you guys realize that I'm just trying to justify the fact that I am batshit crazy. All right, that's what we're doing here. These are the diaries of a mad black woman that you're listening to right now. Okay, I have completely lost my mind. And the worst part about it is, normally when I go on a tangent to this level, it's because I haven't had breakfast or something. But I just had lunch. Like, I'm full as fuck. I had a bunch of chicken and and like all sorts of food. I'm full. I'm good. I am in a perfectly rational state of mind right now. I haven't had a drink or anything. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm perfectly rational right now. But I'm off the fucking rails. And to make matters way worse than they are, is the fact that this conversation is one of those conversations, or this monologue, if it is more accurate. This monologue is a monologue that I would normally delete and restart the mission. But this mission is going way too well for me to delete anything. I'm not touching it. Because there's no way, if I restart the mission, it's not going to go this well the next time. Everybody going to die if I restart the mission. So what we're going to do is we're going to run and gun with Steel Lungs Luka Kagawa, our specialist. That is a bonus ability that she got from the Advanced Warfare Center. And we're doing that so we can get in position to hopefully... I don't know. I'm thinking about hacking the turret, because that would be kind of fun if we can do something to it. So let's see. You know, it might soak up some damage if we can take control of it. But if we don't, it's gonna suck. So let's see what happens. Holy shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Piece of cake.
It's always on the Advent facility missions that it either gets really philosophical or it goes hard off the rails, and we are going hard off the rails today. And the last thing we're going to do is give aid protocol to our mech, because even though he does have a lot of points of... Where is the mech? There it is. Even though it has a lot of points of armor, it cannot make use of cover, so it is significantly more vulnerable than all of the other units on the map. And last but certainly not least, we will use our turret to pew-pew at the enemies. Unfortunately, the codex is going to dodge and split into another piece. But that's okay. We can take another shot with it. And that one's not going to work.
I need medical attention now!
Jeez, man. Blackjack Carter is just taking all the crits today. And of course, the purple stuff strikes again. It's the third time in the same mission. Advent officer moving into full cover, going on Overwatch. And area suppression coming out. That's a wombo combo. So we're stuck in that purple stuff unless we can get rid of the area suppression, because I don't want to trigger that with either of my guys. I didn't give either of these two lightning. Oh, wait a minute. Blackjack Carter has lightning reflexes. Fuck out of here. He must have thought I was somebody else. But this is Blackjack Carter you messing with. So let's run and gun into a ridiculously dangerous position. Lightning reflexes. Tuck and roll, motherfucker. So the thing to always be careful about with lightning reflexes, though, is the chance to avoid attacks reduces with every attack that misses. So at this point, I'm pretty sure Frederick is not going to dodge anything else. So I've got to be a bit more careful with him from now on. But we've got a bunch of really weak targets that we need to eliminate, and I think we can do it fairly well. We can finally do the wombo combo that makes the trooper class very cool. We can mark up a target that's in full cover, and then we can take a shot at it. You can see the marked target is increasing our chance to hit by 15. That plus a whole bunch of other statistics means this thing is fucking dead. No, it's not. I just want it to be over now.
Hostile target down.
Missed. Intended target. Ammunition nearing depletion.
I just want to make note of the fact that Frederick Blackjack Carter has a 99% chance to crit. He's got Talon Rounds Aggression, which is one of his perks. His weapons crit is plus 15%. The Rage Stimulant from the Mangler chest piece is another 10%. And another one of his passive abilities is Deadshot. Grand total of 99% chance crit. That is insane. I'm gonna... Let's get the big damage. Oh my goodness. Does it really have to go behind my soldiers? Like, come on. Nice. Can't try to move while Blackjack Carter is around. Shit. One does not simply move while they're standing next to Frederick Blackjack motherfucking Carter. Alright, we got this one in the bag, folks. The mission is pretty much wrapped up. This turret is going to... The hack is going to wear off pretty soon. I believe in the next turn. Look at that, we got a lucky shot there. So we are going to have to deal with it, but for now, we can just focus on getting the objective done. Holy crap. We did it. We did it. We did it. Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer. If you didn't know I was fucking crazy before, the fact that I just said Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer, I've completely lost my mind. And that's what Xcom does to you. You play this game too much in a single day, you just lose your mind. And that's all there is to it. But on that note, though, we're going to run up to this codex and slash it in the face. And yeah, that's the last enemy on the map besides the turrets. And we did it. We are going to get reinforcements. That's the thing that we're going to have to deal with, but it's not a big deal. There we go. So as I expected, the reinforcements are going to come in, but we're going to be able to clean them up pretty easily. We've got a lot of soldiers in position to deal with them, to get a very clean overwatch on them. So we don't have to sweat it at all. But I suppose what we can do in the meantime is we'll use our first action. We'll fire a pistol shot at the super heavy turret. It's just going to go straight through it and miss. But that's fine, because we're going to have to kill it. I don't have any more combat protocols, so I can't just bug zap it and be done with it. But yeah, because I think the hack is only going to last for probably one more turn. It can't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. So, you know, I figured may as well try and do some damage to it. But here we go. We're planting the device, getting ready to blow up the building. It's amazing that that very small explosive device is capable of blowing up this entire building. That's the future for you right there. So yeah, we're gonna call down the evac point. Right here is pretty central for everybody. Blackjack Carter should be able to get there in a single turn. As for everybody else, we just move them into. They're close enough as they are. We'll just put everybody on Overwatch and get ready for some madness. Ah, there it goes. The turret just turned red again. It is no longer under our control. The Advent are sending out 2 heavy mechs and a single officer to deal with us. So this could be a difficult pod to deal with, actually, because they're not actually going to move. They're just going to go on Overwatch. So the only one that's going to get dookie blasted is the captain, which feels, I feel a little bad for him. But, you know. What are you going to do, right? That's why you always got to bring humans with you, because the robots, they only look out for themselves. They don't care about us. But now we've got an epic stare down between our Spark unit and the Advent machines. But the real question is, who is better? And I got to take a screenshot of this. Yeah, look at that. That is Advent versus Xcom right there. Our technology versus theirs. That's perfect. Okay. Now, let's get back to it. We're going to use the overdrive ability again. The last time we used it mostly for the extra mobility, but this time we're using it for the extra damage. So we're going to take 3 shots. First one, coming at you live. 6 damage, shredding 2 points of armor. The second one, now the thing with the overdrive ability is every subsequent shot has reduced aim, but that's okay because we're very close to the targets and our weapon gets increased aim the closer we get to it. And I made an ini file tweak that a lot of people make to the Spark unit is as the tier of weapons increase for it, its weapons accuracy goes up by 5%. So the second tier, the magnetic tier of the Sparks weapon, has a bonus of 10 accuracy, where the conventional tier only has 5%. That's a pretty standard ini file change that I'm trying to justify the fact that I'm a scrub lord at this game. But to finish this off, we've got some pretty great shot percentages with Janet Brooks, and she does have those blue screen rounds. So even a pistol shot is dealing 7 to 10 damage. So look at that. 9 damage. We've reduced its hack defense. That's another side effect of the blue screen devices, is that they make mechanical enemies more susceptible to hacking. And then to finish it off, let's throw this grenade. What the fuck? Boom is going to do a big chunk of damage to the one that was already very damaged and not that much damage to the other one. But that's okay. We got plenty of other targets to shoot at it. I'm feeling good. Can't nobody stop us.
Eliminated.
Menace 1-5. All hostile contacts near your position have been eliminated. Move to rendezvous for extraction.
Now, you'll notice that Central Officer Bradford is about that bullshit. He just said all hostile targets have been eliminated. But this motherfucker obviously does not see the turret that's sitting on the roof that is going to shoot at us. So, you know, let's try and kill it. These are the moments that potentially ruin games, man. Because this turret is going to shoot at somebody and it might crit. And that might kill somebody.
Menace 1-5. Status confirmed. Export charges.
Oof, there we go. So that was a good one, man. It was good, and at this point, we've gotten to a level where our abilities are outclassing our weapons. Like we've got a lot of high tier soldiers, and those high tier soldiers are making missions like ridiculously simple. Like Alfie Green Jelly O'Brien is the most valuable soldier in the barracks. So Andy Scott, you best believe you've given birth to the greatest soldier in my barracks, because it's only because she's the medic and she's a high level medic that somehow managed to survive like 30 something, like she's been in almost every episode, right? But because she is a high level medic, as you saw, anytime somebody takes damage, it gets healed back up immediately. But the thing about that is our weapons are still the magnetic tier, and same with our armor, it's the plated tier, which we could be at the final tier right now, but I'm opting out of it. But it's working out because we've got these advanced abilities in some of our soldiers, and that's pretty damn cool. It feels good, man. Yeah, you know, You know, sometimes things are just absurd. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is a very absurd television show or Netflix show or whatever, but it's a lot of fun, and you know, I feel the same to be true about a lot of the stuff that I say. It's completely ridiculous. Maybe that's why Donald Trump is the president, because enough people were like, nah, it's so absurd that fuck it, let's vote for him, and now look where we are. Now look where we are. So maybe absurdism isn't always the best idea. Maybe doing something because it's completely ridiculous isn't always the right way to do it. You know? But that's not going to change for me. I'm still going to be ridiculous. I don't know any other way to live. Alright? I've been this way for a long time, and I'm going to be this way for a long time. You know, maybe that makes me an idiot. Or maybe it makes me a genius. Man, sometimes when I'm going through these loading screens, I think the game's about to crash. Ugh. But a lot of it, though, is the fault of the mods and not actual XCOM. So we made it back. A lot of people are gravely wounded, including our robotic companion, but we did it. We did it, and that's the important thing. So on that note, the name of the game is XCOM 2. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gamer for Comedy, of course. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.